When I found you, I saw raw, untamed power. And beyond that, something truly special.
Something inside me has always been there. But now it's awake. And I need help.
I've seen this raw strength only once before. It didn't scare me enough then. It does now.
Let the past die. Kill it. If you have to. That's the only way to become what you were meant to be.
We are the spark that'll light the fire that'll burn the First Order down. Come on! This is not going to go the way you think. Fulfill your destiny.
I need someone to show me my place in all this.
China, the Chinese chicken. You have a drumstick and your brain stops sticking.
All right, everyone, this is China Chicken, and welcome to my channel. This is the Star Wars Episode 8, The Last Jedi, the official trailer. And this is definitely my favorite trailer of all time. And it's not because I love The Last Jedi, I really don't, but they made this movie look so epic. And just rewatching this now, I watched this 10 years ago when it first came out, but watching again now just made me realize how awesome of a trailer this is. And I can see now why I got so excited for this movie, because just all the possibilities that could have happened in this movie that didn't end up happening. It just makes me sad now, but I was so excited at the time for this because I had no idea the direction that they were going to go. And yeah, so we'll get into it. We're going to talk about scenes, just kind of scrub through the trailer and talk about it. So join me. It opens up with Kylo Ren standing at this window here, and just his stature and the cinematography in the shot is just so cool. He looks like huge in this, to me at least, with the reflection, and he just looks really tall and powerful right now, and kind of like, menacing. And you get Snoke in the background saying, "When I first found you." Yeah, he says that, and then he talks about raw power later, which is really cool. And you get the new versions of the AT-ATs, and you see them walking in and how powerful their footsteps are here. And this is when Snoke says raw power, which is like, just makes it even more powerful there. And this is on that planet with the white sand on top, and then beneath has the red sand. This is a crate, I believe it's called. And then you see a ship hovering over them too, which look really cool. So this is just an amazing shot. It reminds you of the Battle of Hoth in a way, but more with the sunset or the sunrise. I believe it's sunset. But yeah, it just looks so cool. And oh my God, I was so excited for this movie. You get this shot of Kylo Ren, and they show his mask, and then you see him put his lightsaber down on the ground. So here he's talking to Snoke, or Snoke is talking to him while they're about to have some sort of meeting here. And man, I was just so excited to see Snoke in the flesh. There was so much theories about what Snoke could be and who he is at all. And is he a Jedi? Is he Sith? Is he whatever, something else other than Sith? Yeah, it's just crazy. And you're just so excited to see what he was. And then they just kill him off really quick. But anyway, yeah, just love this. And I do actually love this shot of Rey here igniting the lightsaber. And you could just see the expression on her face as like, what is this? How do I use this? It's just a really cool shot. She looks just like a little confused about things too. But just that blue lightsaber blade is pretty cool. And I always love this, the teaser. We knew this was going to happen because this was at the end of The Force Awakens. But yeah, she hands Luke the lightsaber, and this is his old lightsaber that he got from Obi-Wan Kenobi. That was actually his father, Anakin's lightsaber. So it was passed down from Anakin to Luke to Rey. There's just something about this lightsaber, and it definitely calls to Rey, it called to Luke, and all that. So kind of cool here, and this always like excited me. Like, what's the deal with this lightsaber? And then he just throws it over his shoulder and ruins everything. But anyway, that's another video, another story, is how mad I was at that. But anyway. So yeah, just love the theories around this at this time about the lightsaber, about Luke, what was going to happen here, the training that Rey would get. Yeah, and then this moment here where he's teaching Rey how to use the Force. She has her eyes closed. She's levitating rocks here, and Luke looks really scared. And it's like, whoa, what's going on here? Why is he so scared? And I'm actually going to talk about that in some theory video, because they're going to have Rey come back in the future, and it just never made sense that why he was so scared here of Rey's abilities that she has. And I guess it's like that she had so much raw power and didn't know how to use it or whatever, and he was scared that she was going to turn the dark side. But I think it's more than that. Anyway, at this time, I was thinking that as well. Almost like, wow, what is Rey? Is she evil? Is she going to turn evil? You know? So just cool shot here to see Luke's expression and how scared he is. Yeah, and then Luke here is talking about he's never seen so much raw power except from one other being, and he's talking about Kylo Ren or Ben Solo. And we know that now that Ben Solo and Rey Skywalker are a dyad in the Force, so they have the same type of Force abilities, and they can obviously communicate with each other through the Force and all that, which we get through these movies, which I actually kind of like that stuff, the communicating through the Force as a Force dyad. That's kind of cool. And then this scene here, I really thought in the trailer that this was deflection, or they're trying to bring up this moment of Kylo Ren about to shoot down his mother's ship and him like struggling with that moment. And I really thought they were like deflecting this in the trailer, trying to make you think something's happening that's not actually happening in the movie. But this really actually did happen, where Kylo and Leia have a moment through the Force, and Kylo has a chance to, blow up her ship, and he doesn't end up doing it. So cool that they showed this in the trailer. Really got you like thinking, like, what is Kylo Ren gonna do here? Is he gonna kill his mother? Is he gonna not do it? Is he gonna save her at this point? Turn back to the light side? There was always that question on him. He was always getting pulled to the light. This was the moment in the trailer where they did a lot of quick flashes of different scenes. Not a whole lot of stuff, just cool creatures and Leia they showed a couple times, and then they get to this scene where you can clearly see that that's Snoke in the background, and the gold there, and then you got Rey here being levitated by the Force and he's trying to do something to her, trying to figure out who she is, or just kind of trying to break her through the Force. And man, this scene always got me here with Rey screaming like that. Her mouth gets so big and teeth are always so big, and just kind of a cool scene. So I always like this in the trailer. This was another moment in the trailer which I was surprised that they showed in the trailer, but it is a big tease of like Rey's like confused. She doesn't know who she is. She doesn't know where she belongs in this battle or in this world, in this galaxy. And Kylo Ren hands out his hand to have her, join him. And we know in the movie that this happens right after Kylo Ren kills Snoke and saves Rey, and then they kind of fight together against the other troopers that were in there. I forget what they're called, like Primerian guards or something like that. Praetorian guards, that's what it was. But yeah, so they were fighting against them. They killed all of them. And then Kylo says, "Come with me, Rey," and she doesn't go with him. It would have been so cool if she did turn to the dark side in a way at this moment, kind of like how Anakin did, with Palpatine, where Palpatine turns him to Darth Vader. It would have been kind of cool to see that, where they're both evil. And going into the next movie, you would be like, whoa, what is Luke? Or no, at this point, Luke died, right? Yeah, Luke dies at the end. So who's going to fight against Rey and Kylo Ren, So that would have been pretty cool. But maybe we'll get that in the future with Rey turning to the dark side or something. That'd be kind of fun in the next movies, but we'll see. Anyway, this is how the trailer ends here, where they show the Star Wars Last Jedi logo. So let me know what you think about this trailer. Like I said, I think this is my favorite trailer of all time. They did a really good job teasing the movie, made you want to go see it in theaters for sure, and just all the questions that they brought up in the trailer, and it just looked beautiful. And really, the movie was beautiful. It was stunning. Just some of the decisions that they had, some of the comedy that they had in this movie just did not work for me. So let me know what you guys think down below about the trailer, about this movie in general. Would love to have a conversation with you down in the comments. Leave a like, subscribe, and have a great day, everybody.
Chickadee China, the Chinese chicken. You have a drumstick and your brain stops sticking.